There we go. Hello, hello, beautiful people. It is Tosca here, Tosca D, the Joyful Goddess. And I am very, very, very excited to be here because we are going to be talking about a powerful topic tonight on the power of forgiveness. So if you are here, please say a big hello, give me a thumbs up, give me a love heart. It's so nice to share and connect in this beautiful space together. This gorgeous mini masterclass will be going for about 20-25 minutes. So it should be easily listened to. And if you want to share it with your friend, please share it with a friend. If you want to tag a friend, tag a friend. It's important and lovely to share the power of forgiveness. Yes. Okay. So if you're here, please say a big hello. Give me a love heart. I know it's Friday night, but let's see if we can share this love space together. Okay. I am just going to take a sip of water. And I hope you have all had a glorious, glorious week as we come to the end of our week. And yes, it is that gorgeous time of the week where we all slow down and connect and just come into our lovely weekend. Okay, beautiful one. So let's start with the beautiful breath practice just to bring us into our bodies to finish off the week, finish off the last 5 days, and to come into this beautiful space together. So allow yourself to arrive. And we bring all of the parts of our being to this point of our day. The tired, the frustrated, the happy, the sad. We bring all of the parts of our being to this space. Allow yourself to ground your feet into the floor. And allow your back, if you're sitting or lying, allow your back to soften into its chair and feel into your chair and feel into that support. Let's bring our shoulders up to our ears and give it a nice squeeze and then a slow release out. And again, everyone. Big squeeze, 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 everybody. And then release out. So good. One more time. And I invite you to, if you're safe to do so, gently close down your eyes and just allow yourself to feel into your body, feeling into your legs, noticing them, feeling into your hips, feeling all the way up your spine, through your tummy, through your heart, feeling and connecting to your shoulders and your arms, and feeling and connecting to your beautiful throat, your eyes, your face, your head, and your whole entire body now. From the very tip of your head to the very tip of your toe. Allow yourself to arrive. Noticing the sounds inside your space, just coming and going. And noticing your breath, the gentle rising and the gentle falling. And just allow your awareness now to fall upon your body. Notice how you are feeling. Breathe into the spaces of your body that hold a little tension. And breathe into the spaces of your body that are nice and relaxed. Allow allow the breath just to breathe itself now. There's nothing else you need to do. There's nowhere else you need to be except in this moment. And I invite you now to breathe in whatever you need for yourself right now. If you need more relaxation, breathe that into your being. Or if you feel like you need more self-love, breathe that self-love into your being. Allow yourself to give what it needs to receive. And allow yourself to soften into that receivership. Breathe deeply, beautiful ones. And allow yourself to be held in the loving arms of compassion. And just taking another moment here, beautiful ones. Just feeling into all that you need. All that you desire for your body in this moment. Breathe that in. Claim it as your own. Beautiful. So good, hey. Just soak it all up. And you are very welcome just to stay in that beautiful space with your eyes closed. Or if you want to open your eyes up and listen and look and interact with what I'm saying, you are also very welcome to do that too. And I welcome you and I thank you for the time that you are giving me for this little mini masterclass on forgiveness, and also for the people who are watching it on the replay. I also thank you and acknowledge you. Okay, so let's get started. The power of forgiveness, and it is a power, and it is a truly transformative practice that we can do. Trying to get my notes because I've written some notes here. So there are a couple of stages of forgiveness that are really, really important to acknowledge. And the first phase or stage of forgiveness is to accept all your feelings, accept the situation, accept the wrongdoings, accept, even if you don't like it and you don't want it, just take the space to accept it. To acknowledge that it has happened, acknowledge whatever feelings you have, sad, happy, glad. That's the other phase of forgiveness. First is acceptance. And then the second one is to acknowledge your feelings. And there are no wrong feelings. There's no wrong feelings. Anger, guilt, shame, frustration, rage, bitter sadness, guilt, whatever the emotions are, allow them to bottle up and to be seen in the practice of forgiveness, because we cannot grow and deepen into the fullness of ourselves if we don't witness and see these aspects of ourselves, because these are part of all of us. We all have these feelings through different times and phases of our life. So the first thing is to accept that you have these feelings and this situation. So acceptance, the acknowledgement of your feelings, which is huge. It's a big part of it. And then we come into forgiveness. So forgiveness is a process, an intentional process. I'm just going to check my phone just in case if anybody is commenting, because I really want to be able to relate and converse with them too. Forgiveness is a conscious, intentional practice of releasing the pains and hurts. It does not necessarily mean reconciliation of the situation, and it doesn't excuse or condone offenses. So it's not minimizing what you've been through or your feelings like, oh, that just happened, or yeah, that person, or it's not excusing anybody else's behavior, and it's not condoning anybody else's behavior. The first part of forgiveness is about you. So this is all about self-forgiveness. And the reconciliation part that comes with self-forgiveness is yourself, is to reconcile within yourself for yourself, so that you can be unbound, unknotted from those feelings of, the guilt, the shame, the sadness, whatever those feelings are, for you to be released from that, for ourselves to be released from that burden of carrying them and being held in that space, not only on a physical level, like a muscular tension or sensation in the body, and not necessarily from a thought perspective, but also from a space of being able to live life fully, to actually live life more joyfully, and to get more passion out of life. And when we're being held, and I'm going to say back, but it's not necessarily back, but when we're held in those really heavy, dense, thick emotions that can keep us stuck for years, they can keep us stuck for decades, that we hold on to these stories and we don't allow ourselves to move on. We don't allow the grievances of the past to be processed and transformed. We hold on to them, and then they become a part of our identity. I am the person this happened to me, and I am the person that happened to me. And we become, known, identified for the wounds that we carry. And we want to be more than that. We want to be more than just our wounds. We want to be more and have the space to receive more joy, more happiness, more fun, more passion, without feeling like we're being contained by those feelings. The first thing is, as I said, acceptance. The second thing is acknowledging all your feelings, because nothing's wrong. There's no wrong feelings. And the third one is for you, the self-acceptance about yourself, about what part you are holding yourself to those feelings. What part are you holding yourself contained, knotted in that? And that is what really needs compassion for ourselves. Can be one of the hardest things to do for ourselves, to actually offer ourselves the space to forgive ourselves. So forgiveness of self. So for me, like, I remember many, many years ago, and this is just, I'm forever forgiving, because I see and feel things that come up for me, those big emotions and the guilt of carrying things and the feeling of unworthiness and the shame. So I try and do forgiveness practices very, very often. And one of the things that I really needed to forgive myself about was when my dad passed, my beautiful dad that I'd loved, and we walked the journey of cancer. And, before he died, I used to think to myself, I can't wait for him to die. Well, not wait for him to die, but wait for him not to be in pain, not for him to be in pain. And then when he did die, I felt guilty and I felt angry, and I had all those emotions. And it took me a long time to acknowledge those feelings and to go, okay, Tosca, I actually really forgive you. I forgive you for having and experiencing and holding on to the anger and the sadness. It's okay and it's safe to release now. I have got you. And it is exactly that. It's like we shine the mirror back on ourselves and we accept how we're feeling, so then we can forgive ourselves. And I'm sure if you look through your experiences, there's probably many times where you can go, yeah, shine that mirror up. I need to offer my loving space to myself to forgive myself. Okay, so that's one, self-forgiveness. When we have self-forgiveness and we move to the next phase, we can actually come into interpersonal forgiveness. And that's when we forgive others for the wrongdoings, for the events or things that have happened. And then we can come to a place of forgiving them. And again, as I said, we're not excusing violent or bad or disrespectful behaviors. We're definitely not minimizing or anything like that. What we're doing is we're reconciling with ourselves, and then we can actually offer others a space to forgive interpersonal. So when we forgive interpersonally, we acknowledge our part that we played, and we acknowledge their part that we have played, that they have played. And sometimes if the space is given and the intention is right, we can come to a place of reconciliation. Sometimes we can't. Sometimes there isn't that space or that offering to have reconciliation. But what we can do is offer the space of forgiveness to them energetically. If it feels right physically, we offer them the space of forgiveness. Okay, so there's a lot in there. What helps with forgiveness practices, is to become forgiveness fit. I know that sounds really strange. Forgiveness fit. What does that sound like, Tosca? It means that you accept that forgiveness, the rite of forgiveness, the passage, the action of forgiveness is something that we do constantly. We constantly bring this into our world. That we grow compassion, not only for ourselves, but for others. So if someone is doing something that you really don't like, and you can see that, you can offer them that space of forgiveness, that space of compassion. So there's a couple of different practices. Let me talk about two different practices that we can use. There's a beautiful practice, and you can, there's a lovely song on YouTube that you can play, and the song or the mantra is a very ancient mantra from Hawaii. It's an Hawaiian practice, and it is a practice of forgiveness, and it is called Oponono. Ho'oponopono. And there's only 4 phrases to this practice. And it says, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And that beautiful mantra or phrase can be used for yourself, whether you write it down, whether you put it on an audio loop, whether or not you listen to the YouTube of it, to actually say that back to yourself, that you acknowledge, forgive and love yourself. You can also offer that into spaces with people, like other people in your environment, whether it's your colleagues, your family, and you can also offer that beautiful practice on situations on a world level. Yes, you heard me, on a world level. So if there's things that are really upsetting you, and there's like wars, to actually offer that sense of compassion and forgiveness around that situation. Okay. So Ho'oponopono, and the other physical practice, so there's another practice you can do, and it's like cutting the cords. So we cut the cords to the situation that is binding us. It's keeping us caught and stuck. So, for example, there's a situation at work or a situation with your family or a member that you love. You can write everything down. Write all the things that are upsetting you. Write down all your feelings, why you're angry, why they did that, what blah, 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 blah. Write it all down. Get it down on paper. And then we come into the practice of folding up that piece of paper, and we energetically bring ourselves to the sense of seeing these emotions connected to ourselves and to the other person. And we consciously cut the cords by transmuting your writings, those words, into a space or a ball or a candle, so that we can burn that away. We can release ourselves from that situation. We can let go of those feelings. We can, relinquish the tension in our body from holding that. That is like cutting the cords, burning away, letting go. Then we want to open up the space to see what other new feelings can arrive. Open up the space of the experience of what had occurred, what you've learned from that, what is the meaning of that for yourself, and to then move it, like to not sit in the pain, but then move it with a new invigoration of insight or learning or experience, so that we actually learn from the situation. Okay, there's a lot in this mini class. There's so much in this mini class, and you can hear me that I can go on a lot about the power of forgiveness. And the reason why I'm bringing this up in our mini masterclass tonight is because this little module, well, it's not a little module, this little mini class is a bigger part of a module in the path of the joyful goddess. And we spend a whole module, as in a whole session, going into the practices, the theory, all of the values around forgiveness and how that means to us. And then we actually go through the practice of releasing, transmuting, transforming that pain into something else that can, bring us more happiness, bring us more insight and learning. So this is one of those modules that we have in the path of the glorious, joyful goddess. So if this is intriguing you, think, I want to know more, I want to get to know more about what's happening, and connect with me, let me know, give me a DM. Happy to have a chat about this, happy to have a chat about the path of joyful goddess and that beautiful container that's going to be starting very soon on the 23rd of October. By all means, have a glorious conversation about that, but also have a glorious conversation about forgiveness and the power of forgiveness for ourselves, our family, and our community. So juicy. So thank you. Thank you, beautiful ones. Thank you for honestly being here. Please take the time that you need to sit and journal and reflect on this. And I wish you a beautiful evening. May you be happy, and may you be well, and may you always be loved. Mwah.